Life and Achievements of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was born the 24th of May, 1819. Aged 18, she became Queen of Great Britain, and she went on to rule for 63 years. At the time, she was the longest serving monarch in Europe. She ruled through a period of British imperialism, with the British Empire expanding, and she became Empress of India. She came to epitomize an era of social conservatism and economic expansion. She was the granddaughter of George III, and her father, Edward, was fourth in line to the throne. However, her father's three brothers all died without leaving any living relatives. She was crowned queen on the 20th of June, 1837, and ruled until her death 63 years later in 1901. Her early life until the age of 18 was closeted and carefully controlled by her mother and her assistant John Conroy. Her mother, Princess Victoria of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, kept Victoria very close and allowed her little real-life experience. She was brought up with a strict set of rules and regulations known as the Kensington system. Victoria described her childhood as rather melancholy. In 1830, her grandfather George III died. He was succeeded by King William IV, but in 1837 he also passed away, meaning the crown passed on to Victoria, who was aged only 18 and somewhat unprepared for the role. The 19th century was a time of unprecedented expansion for Britain in terms of both industry and empire. Although her popularity ebbed and flowed during her reign, towards the end of her crown, she had become a symbol of British imperialism and pride. The Victorian period also witnessed great advances in science and technology. It became known as the Steam Age, enabling people to easily travel throughout the UK and the world. Queen Victoria was emblematic of this period. She was an enthusiastic supporter of the British Empire. She celebrated at Lord Kitchener's victory in the Sudan. She supported British involvement in the Boer War. She was also happy to preside over the expansion of the British Empire, which was to stretch across the globe. In 1877, Queen Victoria was made Empress of India, in a move instigated by the imperialist Disraeli. Famously, at the end of the Victorian period, people could say the sun never set on the British Empire. Queen Victoria was successful in portraying a public image of an aloof queen who embodied the virtues of the British Empire. In person, away from the public glare, she was known to be a combination of honesty, plain speaking,